Hello, good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us. We are now live. Board of Directors, it appears that your microphone is muted at the present time. Please check your volume settings or go to your cam and mic settings. Make sure your microphone is not muted. Board of Directors, you will need to unmute your microphone. Please stand by.
We good now?
I can.
Can everybody hear us on the video streaming now?
Yeah. Pretty good.
Okay, good. All
How
right.
many people can stream because it's full?
Yeah, I had the same problem. Me too. Wow. Me too. The same problem. Yeah, a lot of us are on the phone because the meeting was full on the screen.
How many people can stream?
Beginning on August 1st, First Service Residential will be providing us with a free room that will allow the entire community to be in there together.
Hi, Sunday, how are you?
Fine, thank you. Hey, good.
Is easy.
She didn't say anything. I didn't hear anything from her.
Okay, so we'd like to start opening up for questions and answers if anybody want to get started. If you ask a question, can you please announce who you are? Hello?
Yes,
Okay.
yes. What will we be speaking about?
Well, this is a meeting that was requested by the community because they had questions and they wanted to get answers to. So we arranged for this we've arranged for this meeting so everybody can ask their questions.
Okay. I have a question. My name is Gloria. Can I ask a question?
Go ahead.
Yes, it's on the box number 3. It's talking about the 20% cap for the rental. Okay. But is there any way that instead of having that 20% cap, allowing investors to purchase units, not having any, or on the alternative, having, for example, the investors allowing them only to buy certain amounts of units, not as many as 50, that they can, we can get in the situation that you explained on that paragraph from the option number 15.
Go ahead.
In other words, what could be done in order to prevent the situation that investors can buy many units.
There's nothing you can do because the investors would be working with the individual unit owners, and there's no way to police what they're buying and who they're buying from. We would not know who's selling to who until it came to us to,
I hear too many people on the line, and anyway, I am asking that question to the question.
correct, there's no way.
I hear too many people on the line, and an echo, so. Okay, we're talking with your phone.
Kendall,
Yes, I'm here.
hey, this is Sunday, and that's a good point from Gloria. Now, it's been a while since I've seen it, but I had an older community before that had as their document that a single investor, but up to a certain percentage. You
I
know,
understand that, but
So we would,
yeah, so I was gonna say, so one person can start to put in mind themselves and say, hey, I'm gonna, 81 units or something like that. So if you keep it to a point of one investor not own more than six or something along that, you can have multiple investors, but not one control the majority of us.
okay, I don't know if you know this, but listen, I want to hear this from my board because I want to know how much they know and how much they are. I'm not trying to push anyone to the side. I'm not trying to create any situation. But the answer the question I'm asking because I want to know if our board is able to handle this situation. And by other people giving me answers, look what I don't believe that the board doesn't know what it's doing. And I want that. I want that. Exactly. I hear many noises, but I don't hear anything.
Sunday, would you like to address that question?
Say that again?
I'm inviting Sunday to address your concern, Gloria.
Okay, but who is talking this meeting? I am trying the question of our board, and I would like him to have, the one to handle this, not the manager.
excuse me, Gloria, Gloria, we have assembled the board, we have assembled professionals here also assist with answering these questions. Okay, so your
I
question,
understand, but if you are, you know, talking with them on a regular basis, you should know that. Because to me, it's more reassuring that the board is giving me that answer than somebody from the outside. What?
Yes, that's the worst comment I've ever heard.
The what? I didn't hear.
If everyone could please take a moment, let's pause. Let's everybody please pause and take a moment. Let's move on to the next question, okay? Let's keep this moving so that we can all ask our questions. Let's everybody take turns. If we could please move on to the next question now.
Okay, so it's not in the meeting. No, okay.
thank you, Elizabeth, we can hear you.
I'm on the call, I heard energy were asking for me that I was able to get in on the phone call. Thank you guys for getting this assembled. I appreciate it. I know it takes a lot to come together. But again, the homeowners requested that the board be present at the next meeting because they thought it was important. So thank you guys for arranging this. I haven't received any questions on behalf of the homeowners, so they might have questions individually. But my only question is, when will the quotes become available in the share file from the bids for the roofing, if they haven't been available yet? Haven't checked.
They should be in already.
Oh, not right now.
Jennifer's loading up right now as we speak.
Okay, great. Do you know, what the next step is regarding, the engineer's review of the quotes? Will he be conducting that internally? Will he be doing, one-on-one scopes with each contractor? And how will the actual selection process take place?
Go ahead.
We've already been in contact with the engineer. We have reviewed all of it. Our next process is we figured out a price range of where we want to be. We have already sent that information to our financial advisor. So he's now in contacting banks to see where we are as far as a loan. And when we decide if we're going to go through with the project, we will start interviewing the couple of contractors that we have decided we would probably go with. So that would take the next couple of weeks where we start interviewing to narrow it down to who we're going with.
Okay, thank you. Do you know how much the loan, how much of the requested, what dollar amount was being requested?
We requested 8.4 million.
4 million?
8.4.
8.4.
My name is Penny Rose. My name is Penny Rose. I just got back from so I was on vacation, but I'm curious, I just got back and I'm doing this and I just saw the meeting and I logged on and I'm just like confused. The last time I was doing the roof, the orange cover, don't know, but something just happened in the little time that I've been away. So the status is it that 17 units are sale and 8 are pending? I'm seeing on Facebook. I just don't know what's the status on the condo, what's going on. People talking, I'm lost in the mix.
Currently, I believe there's 20.
Yeah.
There's 20 on, and there's 7 pending. So there's 20 up for sale and 7 pending.
Okay, 20 already sold and 7 are pending, you're
No.
saying?
20 are up for sale. 7 of those are pending.
Oh, wow. Is this the person that's not is it a developer or is it
No.
somebody that is buying out everybody or?
No, just individual people.
Okay, so the question was asked, is it a developer that's buying up these units or is it individuals selling the units on their own? The answer to that question is that unit owners are selling their units on their own. There's no developer in place. So again,
Wow, this is all, oh wow, I'm just so shocked.
yeah,
So we're not going to the initial vote as a community, we're not going as a vote as to whether we sell to a developer or everything seems to be scrambling right now, which are the sellers, obviously. But, so the purpose of the whole entire, meeting for whether we stay in it and, and try to figure it things out from what I remember when I left to, selling it to a developer and everybody leaves with, whatever your condo would sell for. So I don't, is that still the case as well?
well, okay, to answer that question, in a short answer, the idea of selling out to a developer was an idea. It was nothing voted on. It was not in concrete. It was an idea. The idea of putting all of this out there is to have give the community as much information of what our options would be, so the community can make the decision. So no decision has been made yet. which direction we're going to go.
I have a question. This is great and very great. So have we reached a consensus? I know there was confusion on for termination, and it had to be 100% or 80%. There's no way any community of our size is going to reach 100% vote on anything. It's just not possible, not feasible. But it seems like with the options that have been provided to us, especially in the most recent survey, we're trying to be forced out to terminate because every single option given to us is being almost $500 a month in investment or more. And there's really no wiggle room in that range. And the majority of us here aren't going to have that kind of money. So the majority of us are going to want to terminate, but there's going to be a couple of people that are going to put a wrench in that and aren't going to give that option. So it's 100%, we're basically screwed. So I think our biggest concern is, do we have to be 100% or if it is 80%, I think we can manage it. But if not, we're all kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place because most of us don't have that kind of money to put up, no matter which option we choose. Because even if one of our, we got that fourth option that we were looking for, but if we go lower on the assessment, we're going to increase your HOA fees. So it doesn't really help us out.
I agree 100% with Daniel, Jasmine. I just want everything you just said. I'm 100% confirm with you.
Yeah.
I'm with you. We begged for a third option. We begged for a third option with me, the lesser of all those evils, and we got an even worse third option.
Right.
Okay,
Right.
so,
The third option was really.
all right. So everyone, I want to make this statement, okay? The community elected a new board in 2018, okay? One of the very first mandates was to find out what is going on in this community. Find out exactly where we stand in this community. Find out exactly what we can do, okay? Now, the board that we elected in 2018, to me, has done that. I mean, all we're doing is giving you the information that you asked for. I understand it's information that you don't like. And guess what? We're homeowners too. So the same information that you've received, we have received the same information. So we're all in this together. We're not being separate from the community. Whatever the community decides to do, we're involved in this too. So trust me, it wasn't easy finding this information out. It wasn't easy to pull this information out. It wasn't easy to send it out to homeowners, knowing what the risk and knowing what the results would be. But at the end of the day, honestly, the truth is what it is. I mean, what else are we supposed to do?
Richard Mayer for Cypress. I like to add to that. So I've been here for 14 years now.
Okay.
And so the former boards, they're gone. They're long gone. They're gone because we've seen the mismatch. I mean, we can witness it here. And the new boards came in 2018, and they inherited a mess. Now, the thing about it is, some of them were understanding, the other one's tensions are high. No one really knew how bad this was. Nobody did. No one could predict this until, you actually start getting information. So this is the information we got now. So I don't like it either. This is horrible. I mean, I've been here 14 years and this happened. So, but unfortunately, this is the situation we're in right now. So, and I know that the board, you guys have done the best you can with what has been presented to you. This is what you inherited. And putting that in for inheritance. So for that, I thank you for trying your best. So I know everybody mentioned that, but this is the situation where we need to figure out as a community how to keep forward. I mean, we got a situation, it's bad, nobody likes it, okay, we're here to acknowledge that. What can we do to proceed forward? All right, and I think that the third option is not much better, but our options are extremely limited right now. I mean, really limited. So, I mean, I don't like everything that's going on right now, but I understand the board is trying to best. And the reason I'm saying it is because I've been here long, I've seen how the previous board was, several other companies, they're all wrong. You know, and these guys stepped up and inherited this mess, and no one could have predicted this mess, I'm the end of it, so.
I really appreciate you saying that. Okay, I'd like to answer what the gentleman said. He said that I really appreciate him saying that because we were trying to say that from the beginning. We were trying to be as transparent as we possibly can. Okay? Okay, somebody has a phone on and there's a lot of TV playing in the background. Mute your phone, please. Hello?
Should have the ability to mute, so that way we can hear.
I really think that the last thing, I would like to board give this for their very hard work. Because I think it's certainly for anything that has to do with them. I'm in it for like 8 years. And during a period of time, there's only one special assessment. It's almost like the cost of watching the in-house financial assessments or increasing our dues. However, with that being said, my concern is this, and I didn't actually set a question, but all of these places, my question is that these people who have the comments of things that are going to be selling their unit, then my concern is they're going to vote to stay because they think they'll be selling their unit. So my question is what is the management of telling these potential buyers about the predicament that we're in? And I would
Disclosing that. Okay. So
You can't talk to people about the they're looking at, nobody's looking at $700 a month,
Exactly. So are you telling me you're looking at the reason why I asked, of course, even though that I'm selling and other when I told her to call the real estate agent, and she definitely was very, she didn't so much say, oh yeah, well, they didn't have an assessment, so I'm not really sure. So, I'm just wondering if some of these people are down guard and these sellers are going to focus on that.
okay, so answer the question. Hello. To answer the question. Hello, can we answer the question on the table? Hello? Okay, can we answer? Yes, we want to be able to answer the question that was on the table of closures. Okay, I'm gonna ask Jennifer to answer that question, she's the one that actually has been handling the disclosures, or those units that are being sold.
Right. That's very good advice. If everyone was not talking at the moment, please mute their phone. It would help a great deal to hear each other. Because no one is.
I'm about to stop this and say.
And we don't all and
Everybody needs to mute their line.
Okay, so, okay, okay, hello, we're going to disconnect this. Can we all assemble on the tennis court? On the tennis court? No.
I'm not going
You
outside.
You don't have to go.
have to go.
You don't have to
You don't
go.
have to go.
This is not working.
Can we all assemble on the tennis court by the clubhouse, please?
They get to the tennis court without the pool. Lines. If please mute your line.
Would you like your guests to be able to unmute their own line by pressing *6?
No.
If yes, press 1. If no, press 2.
Okay, can
All guests have been muted.
okay, all guests have been
You will now
muted
rejoin
because
the meeting.
all guests have been now muted because for whatever reason, somebody has decided to open up their line. And there's a lot of background noise going on, there's a TV playing, everybody else is trying to chime in at the same time. So we're gonna have to find another way of getting it done. We all can't speak at the same time. We're asking you all to mute lines. And we can hear what else talking, and it's probably not happening. Okay, so here is an item, can we meet at the end of Indian Creek? Can everybody respond, once I open the mic, to meet at Indian Creek to see if we can try to get this done?
All guests have been unmuted. You will now rejoin the meeting.
Yes. Hey, this is Elizabeth at Indian Creek. Everybody under my just like last
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
10 minutes.
See, what I will do is I will answer your questions in real time, there they are. If you want, I can't respond.
No, we do not.
Just the idea after verifies me. So, text me if there's a question, and I'm gonna text you the language that the attorney has given to me to enter into the system that is given to, everybody else.
You know that's really going on there.
Yeah.
So, I don't think Greg really can't risk getting his mom's name.
I understand that.
Yeah.
This is not working, and it's not,
If they're,
And then there's-
they won't use their lines and behave. So you can't, nobody can hear each other. I'm uploading stuff to the, drive as I'm listening to them. I'm uploading stuff in there, so all the bids are in there now.
Let's get this open.
The spreadsheet you created for that Troy, I locked it and put a password on it right there about it. It's just a T-Wing 4800. So I locked that spreadsheet that you created with the bids on it and I put it in the folder. The spreadsheet that you created with the, fair market residential appraisals, I put that in there. So just text me for whatever they want or whatever they're asking, and I'll answer it in the time I can.
okay.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to be a baby, I'm just trying
Oh,
to.
no.
My daughter's wedding.
But I,
So, Board of Directors, I think
and this is
ending time.
5 people able to get on. I think it's pretty good.
Sorry,
Well, I'm not gonna let you work. Say
I'll
anything.
let her provoke him because she's trying.
Board of Directors,
And we want,
You gotta
everyone to love you.
Jennifer? Jennifer?
I'm gonna die.
Jennifer? Are you there? Ladies and gentlemen, I apologize. They apparently have decided to meet over on Indian Creek because the conference calls can't be heard, even though our live broadcast would have been fine. So apparently, that's where they're headed. So if you would like to join them, please feel free.
This is the language that Charlie wrote for the community to provide solution. Robert has let me know that there are still individuals here in the room. The rest of the group is temporarily moved outside to talk in person. I guess the sound was difficult, so if there is anyone who would like to ask a question, maybe I can answer it for you. While you're
Yes, indeed. Thank you. I believe that Ricardo is with us. Ricardo, if you would like to join us.
Yes, I'm here. Thank you. I'm trying
Oh, I'm sorry,
to.
I'm not able to hear you.
I'm trying to ask something, but I don't know where is the people, and I'm using the phone.
Apparently there's no sound.
What? Hello? Can you hear me?
I guess that isn't going to work after all. There doesn't seem to be any sound coming through.
Can you hear me, Jennifer?
Hello?
Stand by, Ricardo. One moment, please.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
I apologize. Is there a chat? Would you like to type in your question?
Yes, I typed some question here in the chat. So I have a small question about how many roofs need to be fixed. Just that. I don't know. Is it every roof in the condominium must be fixed? I understood it this.
I'm not able to hear anything. I have no sound at my end. So if anyone would like to put a question that they may have in the chat window.
Oh. Well, so I need to go to the to the meeting. Where is the meeting now? Oh man. I don't know if you are listening me, just that. I never used that StreamYard, yeah.
Oh, how many of the roofs have leaks? Is that the question? I apologize. I've never used this before. Right now, I have approximately 60 active leaks, but that changes because I've had reports since Saturday when there was a heavy rainstorm of 3 additional leaks. So,
well, who are you? May you introduce you to me, please? I don't know you. Oh, 60.
Jennifer Cialis. She is the manager from First
Okay.
Service.
Oh, the number grows each storm. It's 60. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Oh, it's Kendall talking. Okay. Thank you, Kendall. Are you Gloria?
No, that is Jennifer.
Ah, she's Jennifer. Oh, okay.
Yes.
Very nice to meet you, Jennifer. I never talked with you. Thank you. And you are Kendall, yeah? Or
No,
not?
Ricardo, I'm just another owner who's helping to facilitate the meeting online.
Okay. Who are you?
My name is Robert.
Oh, you are Robert. Very nice to meet you, Robert.
You as well, Ricardo.
Thank you. Appreciate your talk. Thank you. Okay. Oh. Okay. My wife has a question if the rap will happen or not.
I'm not able to hear anything at this time, so
the wrapping of the roofs. It's still working. It will work. We'll do that.
Yes.
We don't know. It's the indecision. I don't know. Tá dizendo que tem 60 telhados.
Oh, it has a contract inside the contract.
Aham. Uhum.
Stand by, Ricardo.
Okay, thank you. I'm here.
Oh, you can hear me? Oh. I was wondering if you could hear me. So, in accordance with the board's responsibility, I mean, the board's obligation and the association's obligation to protect your physical assets, they did vote in that board meeting, the last board meeting, which was June 25th, to move forward with the shrink wrap project in order to protect the physical asset of the community. We have so many roof leaks and a growing number of roof leaks each time there's a heavy rainstorm that they're incurring more and more damage in the interior units as well, which of course the association is also responsible for. So once we're able to get these units dry and safe, then I have to send our team into each of these units to repair their drywall. And in some instances, there is mold damage, so that may require remediation, which is also expensive. Many of these families, I've talked to every single one of these families, have been living with these leaks for a very long time, buckets and towels and whatnot, and you can imagine the mess. And it is an association obligation to protect its assets. So what concerns me on many different levels is not just the leaks for each of these individual families, is the greater the damage that we're liable for in terms of the drywall, but that these number of leaks increase every time there's a storm, and we're getting closer and closer to the deadline for your insurance renewal. If we don't take some kind of action to both protect the physical asset and appear to be taking steps forward, then the insurance company could cancel your coverage, which would put you at much more risk. And then, of course, we would have to seek the higher risk policy class, which of course would be a lot more expensive. So the contract has not been signed because it was sent to be examined by the association attorney, who added an addendum to it. The shrink wrap provider and the attorney are negotiating that language to make sure that it protects the association and, of course, the vendor. Mm-hmm. And we'd like to be able to move forward with it simply because it's going to take some time for the community to make a decision. And the most important thing is that the community make this decision together. So the shrink wrap buys the entire community time and safety because there's so much disagreement about what you want to do in terms of the various options that you have. That it may take time to build consensus, and I can't really leave all of you out in the weather all summer.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So the shrink wrap itself should actually protect you with your insurance company. because it demonstrates that the association is taking steps to protect the physical asset.
Uh-huh. Okay, I'm just trying to make sure I understand everything. Okay, I appreciate your talk, your explanation, and if I can help, or if I can just study the quotes and the proposals, I will be very happy because I have very experience doing productions and things like that. I'm an engineer. I can help. I may help. Just that.
Quotes for the shrink wrap service, is that what you're asking for?
No, yeah, the proposal, the quotes from the
Misunderstand,
companies.
I can't hear anything at my end. I'm unable to hear you when you talk.
Uh-huh. I thought, okay.
I'm sorry, I know it's frustrating. I don't know why there's no sound at this end.
Yeah, it's problem. It's sound problems. Okay. What?
Não, eu queria saber se consertando os 60 telhados, se o seguro volta a permitir fazer seguro aqui.
Ah, ok,
Porque
ok.
os telhados eu acho que é a prioridade, né?
Yeah.
All of the sound was turned off, I guess, when they went outside, so I'm not able to hear anybody. I apologize.
Okay, no problem. No
If there's
problem.
any way to type in your question,
Well, my question now is about the insurance. How
if you can type it into the chat window.
the insurance,
Yes, go ahead.
how it will be affect our insurance. Did you lost the insurance? I don't know. Or it's still working. I don't know. I'm very lost in that all that stuff. Can you hear me? Oh. Okay.
Okay, the question has been asked, how will our situation impact the insurance and are we still covered?
Yep.
Yes, we are presently still covered. Your insurance renews in November of each year, so we are still covered until then. However, if we fail to take action, there's usually a 30-day period during which the insurance renewal paperwork is taken care of. And everything has to be signed and sent to the carriers. And provided that we have been able to take action prior to that time period, then yes, we will be renewed. So long as we are demonstrating to the carrier that we are moving forward to both protect the asset in the meantime and to move forward with some solution on the question of the capital improvement project, then yes, we will be able to maintain our coverage. However, if we don't shrink wrap or tarp or buildings in some way, then we're not demonstrating to the carrier that we're at risk or that we're doing our due diligence to protect the physical asset. It's simply, well, what is it now? It's July, so August, September, October, November. That only gives us 4 months to demonstrate to the insurance carrier that we are taking action to protect the physical asset. So I don't think that's going to be enough time for us to get the ball rolling on a capital improvement project. It could be if everyone decides to act quickly and we push this very hard, but that leaves everybody out of the weather through the end of the hurricane season, which could, and this is very, very important for us to consider, if we leave everybody who's currently out in the weather through the hurricane season, not only will those units that are currently leaking be more severely damaged, but the units that are not currently leaking could start leaking and also be severely damaged by a storm. And I can tell you that the insurance agent has indicated to me that if we are hit by a storm between now and November, and we have not taken action before then, we will not be covered for any storm damage. Any claims will probably not be honored because the carrier will argue that the damage is a result of neglect rather than storm damage. She has indicated to me that if they're able to shrink wrap these buildings, that there is a better likelihood of a claim being honored because we will have demonstrated that we're moving forward. So,
Okay.
I hope that answers the questions.
No.
Mr. Walsh asked minutes for this meeting. The meeting itself is recorded. So, and I'm not present at the Indian Creek meeting that's going on right now. So, unless one of the board members is recording it.
Ricardo, do you have any other questions?
No. Thank you.
Please.
Okay, thank you so
All
much.
right.
Stay safe.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hello, Andrea.
Hello.
How are you doing, my?
Anyone else have any questions?
Good, thank you.
Very good. Do you have any questions, Andrea?
Please know that I'm not able to hear you at my end, but I guess you folks can hear me. So there's a way for you to type your question in. Or maybe Robert can hear it and then he can type it in for you.
Andrea, do you have any questions we can answer for you?
The communication is very bad. I can't hear you very well. So I can ask later on somebody pass all the informations. The noise is terrible. I can't hear you very well.
Well, I can help you right now. What's your question?
I have a question. Robert, can you tell me what your question is?
Yeah, I hear robotic voice. The sound is not too good. I can't hear very well. I hear robotic, the voice is not clear. I don't understand very much.
That's okay. I can also type it to you as well.
Thank you.
What's your
Thank
question?
you.
And what's your question, Andrea?
No, I come over here just to listen everybody, everything.
Oh,
You have
okay.
to.
Okay. Very good.
I'm sorry, I'm not able to hear. If you could type in your question, I might be able to answer it for you. I'm sorry, I can't hear your question. Can you type in your question? I'm not able to hear you. There's no sound at my side.
The meeting is finished. The meeting.
Is there anyone else still in the meeting? Oh, Doris. Robin, are you still there? Is there anyone still in the meeting with us?
Hi there, Jennifer. Can you hear me?
Okay, I'll be careful not to talk to myself. I suspect they'll come back here, so. What, William? I don't know how to do that.
Can you hear me now, Jennifer?
Oh. Oh, on the computer. Oh, John. Oh, is that it? Oh, what's that? What did that do? Oh.
Can you hear me now, Jennifer?
It worked. It must have been muted.
It was muted.
Well, I'm just brilliant.
You're brilliant.
Oh, what can I say? I'm a slow learner, but I get there. Okay. So are we alone in the room now?
Well, no one is in the queue, but they may be watching.
Oh, okay. So I guess, well, Kendall left his bag here and that speaker, which he usually stores in his house for safekeeping, so, and the phone as well. So I imagine he's going to come back. And I've just heard thunder, so I suspect that will bring their meeting to a close if it starts raining.
That's a good motivator.
Right?
He's gonna restate. I'm just pissed.
If there's anyone in the room who'd like to enter or ask a question, I'd be happy to help you.
We do have someone logged in. Go ahead with your question. JG, go ahead with your question. JG, do you have a question with an answer for you?
It states on there.
Hi, Hastings.
Hello, did I miss the meeting?
We're still live, Hastings, and I believe that Jennifer is nearby to answer your questions.
Okay.
Go right ahead.
So with the improvement, is the siding going to add insulation as well? Or is it just putting a new face or a new facade on the buildings? Because one of the things I noticed when I was doing a kitchen renovation, I removed some drywall and a rodent skeleton fell out of the wall. So there's obviously some issues where rodents are getting in behind the siding and into the buildings. I'm on the second floor, by the way. So I was just wondering if the siding will, the project will address some of that.
It is our hope that, now the siding material that's been proposed is a hardy board, which is a sort of a concrete board material, not unlike the green board you might use in a shower stall, but manufactured, you know, in piece. So, number one, that would be a great deal less attractive to rodents and termites and that kind of thing, and also more difficult for them to penetrate. So, and I believe that the siding project would include insulation behind the hardy board. Maybe not the traditional pink fiberglass insulation that you and I might think of, but something along the lines of the 50-pound paper that they might use, and like a Tyvek paper. You've seen that on the exterior of buildings during construction. So something of that nature. And then with the siding project are all of the structures that are attached to it or integral to it, which would be the stairways, decking, the balconies, and the fencing that's attached to the buildings.
Okay. All right. I just wanted to make sure because, you know, not only is the insulation not very good, you know, it gets very hot and very cold, you know, depending on the year, and you can basically hear everything outside, you know, every sound. So I was just wondering if the solution would include some kind of insulation and barrier for rodents and pests and stuff like that.
Well, the hardy board is designed to address several of those concerns right off the bat. And of course, because it's not wood, it wouldn't be vulnerable to termites and it would last a lot longer. So we would have a much longer period of time between the need for capital improvement projects like this one.
Okay. I have one other question. I know they're redoing the carports. I was wondering if it is possible to maybe include the ability to have solar panels attached on the roof of these carports, because I noticed that a couple people are getting electric cars, and if we have the ability to maybe have like charging stations or maybe just a plug-in, like a receptacle for each, you know, parking spot or something like that, or the ability to put solar panels on the roofs of these carports. I think it'd be a way to future-proof the community, in my opinion.
It would. Yeah. In fact, some of the legislative updates in the summer of 2019 did address charging stations for electric vehicles. The association is required to always permit those to be installed, and the individual unit owners are responsible for installing one if they would like to have one there. In terms of solar panels, those tend to be, though, that tends to fall into a different category of work, simply because it involves a common element. The community association is responsible for the roofs. So the roof structure belongs to all the unit owners, technically to the condominium association, which means that the individual unit owners are not permitted to put anything on the roof. They're not permitted to attach anything to the roof. In terms of having an association-wide solar panel program, I mean, that's certainly a creative idea, and I'm sure that that's something that the community might want to look at going forward. There is some question about whether or not the carports would be reconstructed. Don't forget, if you look at the options in the document that the board prepared for you folks, the one that says Cypress Woods to-do list and the different options that are available to you. I know that in these options, what's being considered is to save the community money, we only do the roofing and the siding, which are the most critical projects, of course, because those are dwellings, and perhaps not spending the money on the carports and either looking to remove that material or make that material alteration to remove them to save the community money, to take them down one at a time over time and not replace them to save the community money, because replacing them is anticipated to cost like $2.5 million, which is a lot.
Yeah.
So if that's something that you decide you really, really want to keep though, and you decide to save for that over time.
Right. Yeah. I know that the roofs on the buildings are, part of the association, but I figured the carports at least would be an alternative for the solar panel program, because it's not exactly on the building itself. It's just on the carport.
Right. And it does make sense. Conceptually, I've seen carports constructed of solar panel material.
Right.
That they're very modern. It's a very modern concept, and they're installed in some communities. You see them in office building parking lots and things like that. So certainly, it's a wonderful adaptation. And the carport roofs, as you pointed out, are not over the buildings. So there isn't as much risk of doing damage that might damage an individual's unit.
All right. Cool. Yep. That's the only thoughts I got running around in my head right now. So I'll.
Good stuff. It's all good stuff.
Yeah. Thanks.
Get a link to where it is, and or they will mail it to us. I'm sure if you ask, they can email it to you as well. Okay, just one quick question.
Oh, yes. You have a question? Please go ahead. Somebody have a question? You left? Where'd you go?
No one in line at the moment, Jennifer.
Where'd you go? There was somebody there a minute ago.
That was someone who was attempting to broadcast the meeting from outside via their phone, which of course doesn't.
Oh. Oh. Nice try now.
Good effort.
I'm still here.
Jennifer,
Yes, I'm here.
I'm going to go ahead and shut down the live broadcast.
Oh, okay. Well, that was fun. Next month, First Service Residential, because everybody's using these kind of platforms now, First Service Residential is going to provide each community with a Cisco WebEx room. I don't know if you've used that technology before. I haven't. So, you have?
Yes.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. Well, maybe you can give me some pointers. And apparently we'll be able to host these kinds of meetings, but all in one platform. So people can call in or, dial in like this. And it sounds like it's going to be great. And apparently the sound is really amazing. So I'm looking forward to it. Unfortunately, it won't be available to me until August 1st, I think, which is the day after the town hall meeting. So I did let her know that we have that, so maybe they'll try to get it to us before then. I don't know. We'll see.
Great news. Cisco is the big gun.
Thank you for all you do, Robert. I'm so grateful for your help.
When you get to the town hall, you need to perhaps set a time period if you still want to use your teleconferencing, and then a separate time period for the online. Because when you attempt to combine the two, that's where the challenges come into play.
Right. Yeah, this sound seems fine.
It's fine if you're online, yeah.
Yeah. Well, oh, well, yeah, we'll do it that way. I think that's probably what will work. So thank you again. Thank you. Is there anything that I can do for you from here?
Not a thing. If you'd like you can just shut down the computer, and if Greg and I don't make it down this evening, we'll come pick it up tomorrow. How's that?
Okay. Yeah, it'll be safe here. Okay.
Yeah. Thanks, Jerry.
Okay, sure. Thank you.